Hello everyone. Today I would like to read out the third chapter titled The Pond Near the Temple from my manuscript When I Met My Grandfather. This is a work of fiction created for entertainment purposes only. Any resemblance to real people, places, or events is purely coincidental. This story contains eerie and unsettling themes. Viewer discretion is advised. I'd like to read out the story. It was around 11 in the morning when we reached near Andamurti Kshetram in Trikangod, the village where my grandmother lived. Nothing much had changed except the road work near the temple. We stopped there, offered our prayers from outside, and stood quietly for a moment. My mother looked towards the temple pond and began narrating a story from her childhood, a story I had heard many times, and yet neither of us ever grew tired of it. This incident had happened when she was a child. My grandfather worked at a clinic and also owned a medical shop. He was known for his patience, his kindness, and his generosity. A man who helped people even when he had nothing to gain. My mother had never seen him angry. One day, she was playing near the pond with her friends. My grandfather happened to pass by. He had warned her before never to come near the pond during the afternoon or evening. It was unsafe, too quiet, too isolated. But children rarely listen. So when they saw him, they quickly jumped into the pond, hoping he wouldn't notice. Later that day, when she returned home, he spoke to her. I have told you not to go near the pond at that time. It was not anger, but something in his voice had changed. I asked her, as I always did, was he angry with you? She smiled. He never knew what anger was, she said. In fact, he felt guilty for speaking that way. And then she added, he later took me to the nearby glass bangle shop and bought me my favorite black bangles. My mother never knew why he had warned her, but I did. I had once told the story to Sindhu Chechi, and she had told me her version of the truth. She said the souls that do not attain salvation wander around Randamurti Kshetram. They enter the bodies of young girls and boys and trouble them. Such people become either very quiet or extremely violent. They act according to the wishes of the souls inside them. She had warned me, never look at the pond at that time of the day. And most importantly, always tie your hair, because wandering souls can enter through open hair. I remembered her words. My mother's hair was neatly tied into a bun, but mine was loose, curly strands moving freely in the breeze. A sudden fear gripped me. What if the souls were trying to enter me? I immediately asked, Amma, I need a hairband. She replied casually, we'll reach home in 15 minutes. You can freshen up there. Amma will help you. But I insisted. They thought I was being stubborn. They didn't know the reason. And this time, I chose not to mention Sindhu Chechi. I didn't want her to be blamed again. I stood there, torn between speaking and staying silent. I chose silence. I tried not to look at the pond, but my eyes were drawn towards it, towards the broken laterite stones around it. And then I saw them, strange, terrifying figures, characters straight out of Sindhu Chechi's stories. An old woman in white drinking blood, an old man running restlessly, shadowy figures waiting, watching, as if they were searching for someone to enter or to escape. Fear gripped me completely. Amma, ghost, let's walk fast and I will get possessed. My father immediately lifted me. Molu, there are no ghosts, he said gently. There are only people like us. Once a person dies, their souls find peace. So don't be afraid. We are all here with you. I rested my head on his shoulder. My eyes were closed, but I couldn't resist. I opened them just a little and I looked again. This time, it felt as if the souls were calling me. A chill ran through my body. I asked them to walk faster. As a child, I knew the Hanuman Chalisa by heart, a gift from temple priest near our home. He had taught me that chanting it protect us from all evil. So I began chanting softly, eyes tightly shut. This time, I didn't dare to look again. Soon, we reached my grandmother's house. I opened my eyes, pushed open the wooden gate. Something felt different. The vast land, the small house in the center. Everything looked unfamiliar. Sindhu Chechi and my grandmother were waiting. My grandmother stood there with her bent posture and swollen leg. Sindhu Chechi came running towards me. I ran to her as I always did. After greeting everyone, my mother smiled and said, Sindhu, I'm warning you this time. Don't tell her any stories about Trikangod. She kept relating everything to your stories. Sindhu Chechi looked at me, winked, and said, No, Chechi, I won't. I hope you had a pleasant journey. I ran to my grandmother and hugged her tightly. But as I held her, my eyes wandered towards the well. In the vast land around the house, as I saw something strange. Was the well waiting to tell another story? Only time would reveal the truth. That's all for the day. Do let me know your thoughts about this chapter by writing in the comment section. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.